This is my Lenovo Legion laptop, which I've had for about 3 years. And sometimes when you're looking at product reviews, you just want to know, does the thing do the thing that I want it to do? And sometimes with something as complicated as a laptop, it can be a bit confusing depending on how comfortable you are with tech. So I'm going to talk to you today about all the ways I use my laptop. So I use it for three sort of areas of my life, so maybe you can relate to these. So I use it for leisure time, for fun. I also use it for business because I'm a content creator, and also I use it for gaming as well. I am an older lady gamer. I've been doing it since the 90s, and I still love a good game. So I'm going to talk to you about the 3 ways in which I use it, and some of the things that you can use with your laptop that I have experienced. Now, I've had this for about 3 years, and I can promise you, hand on heart say, I've not had 1 millisecond of downtime, stuttering, it stopping, it rebooting itself, the screen of death, anything like that at all. It has been absolutely solid. I invested in this because I was sick of buying very low value laptops, them lasting 2 or 3 years, and me getting frustrated that they were letting me down. So I decided I wanted to buy something better, and that was where the Lenovo Legion came in. I just wanted to go for it, and I am so pleased that I did. So let's just look at, first of all, leisure time. So when you are wanting to just enjoy it as an everyday person. Although I do use it for business, I am not a super user. I'm just a regular person. So let's talk about the everyday ways that I use this. Just like you, I use social media. So yes, you can do all your social media on it, or your Facebook, Twitter, all of those things on there. No issues at all. You can have multiple screens open. You can also download the apps in the Windows store. If you want to install them as an actual app, you can use those. Of course, you can do all your internet browsing. You can do all your emails. You can use things like Outlook. You can use all the Microsoft Office suite and the Google one, which is free. So if you want to not go down the Microsoft path, you can use the Google suite of software for free. Also the LibreOffice is also free of charge as well, so if you'd rather use something like that. You can use it for streaming, so I have sat here and watched things on Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime, all of those things. So you can use it absolutely for streaming. And also you can, as you can see, I've got a monitor here, so you can hook it up, your laptop, to a monitor or your television. So it does have Bluetooth into it, and it does integrate very well. If you ever use Bluetooth on your phone to maybe put some earbuds on there, it will sync exactly the same way, just as quick and smooth. Talking of earbuds, you can hook up your wireless earbuds, so even your Apple earbuds as well, even though it's Apple, this is not an Apple device. My Apple earbuds do link up to it, so when I'm editing, I can just put my earbuds in and use that if I'm watching something and I don't want to disturb people. So obviously you've got all your streaming services you can watch on there. You can watch YouTube as well, no problem. You can hook up your Bluetooth or your wired mouse, keyboard. I've got my keyboard here, which is wireless. It has USB ports on there, USB-C ports as well. So I really only use that personally for charging up my Apple Watch. But obviously the more as time goes on, you can use that. I've also got an external hard drive here, which I use for ripping and burning and things like that. So you can plug in your external hard drives. And also speakers, if you want to hook up to a speaker system. You can have multiple monitors, so if you are wanting to have multiple monitors, you certainly could, and split them. I use it for watching YouTube, for doing workouts with. I use it for budgeting personally. I do my personal budgets on it, personal finance, staying in touch with people, and all the regular things I'm sure you do as well. And as I said, nothing dropped a beat. It did absolutely great job with all of those things. No issues there with having to close down Windows, rebooting, all those things, been very reliable. So I also use it for business as well. So you can use it for things like secured banking if you needed to do that through Chrome. I use Chrome as my primary browser. You can use whatever you wish. If you also want to have meetings online, so if you want to use something like MS Teams or Zoom, Skype, you can use that. You can download the WhatsApp app to your computer. So if you want to rather use your computer to communicate with people on WhatsApp rather than your smartphone, you can use WhatsApp on here as well. And also if you have got a smartphone, you can hook it up to your laptop, your Lenovo Legion, and just keep it up to date. So I've got iTunes on there because I have Apple, but if you've got a Google phone or a Android phone, you can hook it up and manage your music on your phone on there as well, and all your downloads on there as well. Again, never had any issues with that. Works absolutely seamlessly with a USB, or if you want to do it wirelessly, you can do. Obviously your hobbies, everyone's different depending on what you're into. I do use things like Canva on here without any issues whatsoever. You can use things like Photoshop as well. Also, if you are a student, you can use it for all of your student needs. If you've got multiple people in your household and you want to have a login just for you, maybe one for your kids or a student in your household, you can set up multiple users and privacy so that people can't get into your stuff and you can't get into their stuff, and everything's very separate. So you can have multiple accounts on this computer if you want to. So it's really great if you are a student. You can obviously do your word processing on Word, you can use Excel, PowerPoint to make your presentations, you can write your essays. You can use it for organising your notes, like I think OneNote comes as free now. And don't forget also, if you are thinking about becoming a student and want to do online courses, you can using things like Zoom. So if that's something you're thinking about later down the line, becoming a student, or you want to do partially on site, partially off site, that could be an option for you to watch some of your classes or just interact with them through an online web portal that your college or university provides. And also don't forget, if you are working on projects with people, either through work or through your studying or just with friends and family, you can use things like Dropbox and any sort of cloud space. I use Google Drive. I find it very quick and convenient, and you can just buy extra storage if you need it, but you can get plenty for free. So if you do want to use cloud, you certainly can. It does work. It does communicate very quickly with the cloud. Obviously, it depends on your internet speed, but I find I can download or upload very quickly onto Google Drive. I also used Dropbox in the past for other people in my family who prefer to use Dropbox. All works absolutely fantastic. There's also a spot there for you, an SSD card. So if you do want external storage that you can take on the go and take a little card, you can do. So if you're into photography, for example, if you're a content creator and you have a camera, you can put your SD card straight in there. I have used CapCut on here absolutely fine, because I do use that sometimes for editing, or Clipchamp, which is free. It's part of Microsoft Office. So if you do want to start off making your own content and you're not quite sure where to begin, you can use Clipchamp, which is obviously free of charge. Or there's plenty of other free ones as well. And in terms of work, if you do use a VPN to dial in, this will handle a VPN absolutely fine. And if you are a gamer, yes, of course, this is pushed heavily as a gaming computer. As you can see, it's used for all sorts of things. So if you are doing gaming and you want to stream it, I have streamed on Twitch, no problem. You can obviously use Discord to chat with your community as well. I've played plenty of games, PUBG, Fortnite, I've played loads of Epic games particularly, and I've never had any issues with lag, ping problems, anything at all with this laptop. And again, if you do want to upload your content to YouTube, you can simultaneously stream to YouTube and to Twitch at the same time, and TikTok gaming as well. I have done that and it's absolutely fine. You edit it up absolutely fine, no problems. So you can use it to multi-stream. And with your content creating also as well, if you want to start moving into things like podcasts and YouTube, Instagram, you can download the Instagram app to the laptop as well. So you can really integrate, if you're a content creator, integrate that into your laptop. This is a really top spec laptop. Don't be under any misconceptions for all the casual ways I've mentioned. It is really bound by the limits of what you want to use it for. I have been blown away. So 3 years, I've not had 1 second of issues with this, where other laptops that have been much more budget-y have been absolute nightmares by this point, and I've been ready to replace them. I've got absolutely adore this one. If something happened to it, it got taken away from me, what have you, I'd buy exactly the same one again. I would absolutely thrilled. I did do a reformat of it because I had an issue with Google Drive, and it took me about an hour and a half to reformat it and get it back to where it was. So it is very seamless in rolling back and replacing and updating again. Also, forgot to mention music, of course. You can use Spotify and Apple Music and all of those things on this without any issues at all, and just rock out, game out, work out, all those things. So do I recommend this laptop? Yes, it is fantastic. I really enjoy using it. I haven't found anything that it's limited me to do. There's nothing I wanted to do that it hasn't done. And I consider myself a moderately experienced computer person. I've been using them since the 90s, so I feel quite comfortable with computers. I'm not a IT expert, but I'm very comfortable with them. So yeah, I think this is a absolutely fab laptop, and I cannot recommend it enough. So if you are considering getting one, pick the model that suits your spec, your budget, all those things. Yeah, really fab little laptop. And I 100% recommend investing in a Legion Lenovo laptop. It has been absolutely fab. So yeah, totally recommend.